From beetles worth more than gold to big cats lounging in marble courtyards, the world's wealthiest don't just buy yachts, they collect living treasures. In this countdown, we reveal the 15 most expensive pets only the ultra-rich can afford. You won't believe who claws, slithers, or soars to the top. Let's begin with the apex of designer wildness. Number 1. Savannah Cat. The designer wildcat. They call it the miniature leopard. But don't be fooled. This isn't your neighbor's cuddly tabby. The Savannah Cat, F1 generation, roars onto this list with an eye-watering price tag of $12,000 to $25,000. It's like owning the spirit of Africa in your living room, one breeder boasts. Extremely rare. These beauties are bred from African servals and domestic cats, making them illegal or tightly regulated in states like California and Australia. U.S. breeders lead the world in producing these living luxury goods. They live 12 to 20 years, need raw meat diets, and demand huge enclosures that mimic the savanna itself. Imagine turning your guest room into a jungle. Think half dog, half wild spirit. Fiercely loyal, stunningly smart, sometimes biting the hand that feeds it. Care level very high. You'll be on call like a private zookeeper. They're magnets for health issues like liver disease if fed wrong. Rumors swirl about Justin Bieber and high-profile sheiks splashing cash for them. Owning one screams, "I'm rich enough to tame the wild." Maintenance, up to $3,000 per year. And ethics. Critics say it fuels the exotic pet trade, blurring lines between wild and domestic. Guinness once crowned it the tallest domestic cat. And if you think this one's extreme, wait till you see the next animal that costs more than a luxury car and might eat you if you slip up. Number 2. Tibetan Mastiff. The million-dollar guardian. Meet the Tibetan Mastiff, also known as the lion dog. A living fortress on 4 legs. These giants have sold for $200,000 to over $1.5 million, making them pricier than a penthouse. One breeder bragged, "It's like owning a lion that knows your name." Extremely rare outside of select breeders in Tibet, Nepal, and China, where they guard monasteries with almost sacred status. Mostly unrestricted but sometimes controlled by local breeding rules. They boast a 10 to 14-year lifespan and need top-grade kibble, raw meat, and joint supplements, costing owners about $5,000 annually. Picture a dog bed that's basically a couch. Fiercely protective, stubborn, but loyal to the core. Training one is like convincing a mountain to move. Very high. They need vast space to roam and strong fencing. Health issues include hip dysplasia and stubborn skin problems. Chinese billionaires turned them into status symbols, driving a market frenzy. Nothing says, "I'm wealthy," like an ancient guardian bred to scare away wolves and snow leopards. Critics worry about cruel mass breeding practices that followed the craze. In full coat, it looks like a lion come to life, mane and all. Ready for the next one? Wait till you see a bird that costs more than your car and screams like a rock star. Number 3. Palm Cockatoo. The drummer of the rainforest. Say hello to the palm cockatoo, also called the rock star parrot. This bird doesn't just squawk, it performs, banging sticks like a drummer in a private rainforest concert. These black-feathered beauties sell for $16,000 to $25,000 each. Owning one is like hiring a feathered band, laughs an exotic bird dealer. Extremely rare. Native to Australia's Cape York and New Guinea, they're near mythical outside their homeland. Strictly regulated. Permits needed in most countries. They can live 40 to 60 years, outlasting some owners. Their diet? Fresh fruit, nuts, seeds, and expensive formulated pellets. Giant aviaries with tree branches to drum on. Imagine turning half your yard into a jungle stage. Wild, smart, stubborn. Training them is like teaching a diva with attitude. Very high. They're prone to feather plucking if bored and need constant enrichment. Beak overgrowth and stress-related problems. Rare even among billionaires, but rumored in elite aviaries in Dubai and Singapore. Shows off wealth with rare, musical flair. Around $2,500 per year. Concerns about poaching and habitat destruction haunt the trade. Only bird known to craft and use drumsticks to attract mates. And if you think this bird is pricey, wait until you see the next pet that runs faster than your car and costs like an estate. Number 4. Arabian Horse. The desert's living treasure. Behold the Arabian horse, known as the spirit of the desert. This is no barnyard pony. It's living royalty on 4 hooves. Prices gallop from $100,000 to $2 million, with champion bloodlines commanding fortunes. Owning one is like buying wind made of muscle, says a Saudi breeder. Rare, especially purebred lines traced for centuries. Arabian Peninsula. bred by Bedouins for endurance in harsh deserts. Freely traded, though export of top bloodlines is often controlled. They live 25 to 30 years, dining on premium hay, grains, and supplements. Their stables? Think heated barns with custom flooring. Spirited yet gentle. Bold but loyal. Training is an art that takes patience and cash. Very high. Grooming alone can take hours daily. Health issues include genetic disorders like SCID, kings of Saudi Arabia, Dubai's ruling family, and Hollywood stars. Nothing says old money like leading a purebred Arabian in a parade, mane braided like a crown. Easily $10,000 to $20,000 per year. Concerns about overbreeding and transport stress. This breed's bloodlines shape nearly every modern horse. Ready for the next? Wait till you meet a cub so rare it's practically a living diamond. Number 5. White Lion Cub. The living diamond of the savannah. Meet the white lion cub, sometimes called the ghost of the savannah. This isn't your average big cat. It's nature's rarest crown jewel with prices roaring from $50,000 to $150,000 per cub. It's like buying a mythical creature, whispers one private zoo owner. Extremely rare. Found only in South Africa's Timbavati region. Their white coat isn't albinism but a rare genetic trait. Heavily restricted. Many countries ban private ownership without permits. They can live 12 to 15 years in captivity, but expect to spend $10,000 plus annually on top-grade meat diets. Massive, secure enclosures with space to roam. Think building a mini wildlife park in your backyard. Wild and dangerous, even as cubs. Cute, until it grows into 400 pounds of regal predator. Extremely high. You'll need expert handlers on payroll. Prone to inbreeding-related problems in captivity. Rumored among Gulf royalty and mega-rich collectors who flaunt them like living treasures. Owning one screams, "I'm so wealthy I can command the wild itself." Critics slam it as cruel vanity, with conservationists warning that breeding white lions can undermine genetic diversity. Their pale coats make them stand out to prey, a regal disadvantage in the wild. Think that's wild? Wait until you see a beetle that sells for more than some cars. Number 6. Stag Beetle, rare collector varieties. The jewel with jaws of steel. Say hello to the stag beetle, rare collector varieties, or as some whisper, the king of insects. Imagine paying $1,000 to $90,000 for a bug small enough to fit in your palm. It's like owning a liver. These prized varieties hail from Japan, Southeast Asia, and Europe, often bred for record mandible size in some countries. They live 1 to 5 years, fueled by beetle jelly and fruit. Custom terrariums with moderate, keep humidity right, feed well, clean the enclosure. Mold in the tank or dehydration can spell disaster. Obscure millionaires and hardcore insect hobbyists. Number 7. Hyacinth Macaw, the sapphire of the sky. Meet the hyacinth macaw, often crowned the gentle giant. With feathers as blue as ocean depths, it's a flying gemstone that costs $15,000 to $40,000 each. It's like owning a piece of the Brazilian sky, boasts one elite breeder. Extremely rare. Native to Brazil's Pantanal and Amazon basin, these birds are vanishingly scarce in the wild. Heavily regulated under CITES, with strict permits for trade and ownership. They live a staggering 50 to 60 years, so owning one is nearly a lifelong pact. Their diet? Tough palm nuts cracked with steel-strong beaks, plus high-end pellets and fruit. Think $1,000 plus annually in specialized feed. Massive aviaries with real branches, ropes, and toys. Imagine turning your sunroom into a rainforest. Sweet but stubborn. They bond deeply, scream loudly, and need endless enrichment. Very high. Without daily attention, they'll shred furniture or scream like a siren. Calcium deficiency. Feather plucking from stress. Wealthy collectors from Dubai to Beverly Hills. Owning one says, "I'm rich enough to keep a rare rainforest treasure as a friend." Heavy debate over smuggling and habitat destruction. Largest flying parrot in the world, with a wingspan over 4 feet. And if you think that's flashy, wait until you meet the monkey that acts like a naughty little child. Number 8. Capuchin Monkey, the mischievous mini-human. Meet the capuchin monkey, known as the Little Rascal. This isn't your average pet. It's a living prankster with hands as clever as a pickpocket's. Prices range from $5,000 to $20,000, depending on lineage and training. It's like raising a toddler who never grows up, says one private owner. Rare. Native to Central and South America, they're hard to find from reputable breeders. Heavily restricted or banned in many regions. Special licenses required. They live 25 to 40 years, meaning you're signing up for decades of monkey business. Fresh fruit, veggies, insects, and specialty chow. Huge, enriched enclosures with swings and branches. Think jungle gym on steroids. Hyper, intelligent, stubborn. They can learn tricks or cause chaos in seconds. Very high. They crave constant interaction and can get destructive when bored. Diabetes, dental problems, stress behaviors. Michael Jackson famously had bubbles. Other celebrities have dabbled in this high-maintenance pet. Owning one screams, "I'm rich enough to have a tiny, wild child for a pet." Easily $2,000 to $5,000 per year. Many criticize private ownership for causing stress and taking them from social troops. Known for using tools and even washing food. True little geniuses. And if you think this furry troublemaker is wild, wait until you meet the fish that swims like royalty and costs like a sports car. Number 9. Koi carp, champion bloodline. The swimming fortune. Introducing the koi carp, champion bloodline, or as they're called in hushed tones, living jewels. Some sell for $50,000 to over $1.8 million, making them pricier than many sports cars. It's like watching gold swim, says one collector with a grin. Extremely rare for champion lines. Bred to perfection in Japan, where families guard bloodlines like ancient secrets. Widely traded, but import rules can be strict to prevent disease. They can live 25 to 50 years, with some passed down like family heirlooms. High-protein specialty pellets, fresh greens, even fruit slices. Ornate ponds with pristine filtration. Think luxury swimming pool for fish. Surprisingly calm but social with other koi. Its care complexity is very high. Water quality is everything. Parasitic infections and waterborne diseases can wipe out fortunes overnight. Wealthy Japanese collectors. Tycoons in Singapore and Dubai. Owning one shows you're rich enough to invest in living art. Its maintenance cost easily $2,000 to $10,000 per year, including filtration, food, and vet checks. Concerns over culling, imperfect fry, and genetic narrowing. Some champion koi have individual names and are judged like Olympic athletes. And if you think fish can't be fancy, wait until you see the ape that can learn sign language and costs a fortune. Number 10. Chimpanzee, the wild child in your mansion. Here's the chimpanzee, often called the little person in a fur coat. Prices swing from $50,000 to $100,000 per baby, and you're not buying a pet. You're adopting a genius with attitude. It's like raising a 5-year-old who never moves out, jokes one exotic animal keeper. Extremely rare in private hands. Native to Central and West Africa's dense forests. Heavily restricted or banned outright in many countries. U.S. owners need special USDA permits. They live 40 to 60 years, demanding lifelong commitment. Fruits, veggies, nuts, protein-rich biscuits. Think $2,000 plus a year on food alone. Huge, reinforced enclosures with climbing structures, hammocks, enrichment toys. Smart, moody, often unpredictable. Can be sweet one minute and destructive the next. Extremely high. Training takes patience. Strong social bonds are essential. Human-like diseases, stress, dental problems. Michael Jackson famously had bubbles, sparking worldwide headlines. Owning one screams, "I'm so wealthy I can manage a wild genius in my home." Easily $10,000 to $20,000 per year, factoring food, vet care, and enclosure upkeep. Heavy criticism for removing social animals from their troop, raising serious welfare concerns. Chimps can learn basic sign language and use tools in the wild. And if you think that's wild, wait until you see the cat breed bred for millionaires who want a leopard on a leash. Number 11. Ashera cat, the designer leopard on a leash. Introducing the Ashera cat, nicknamed the millionaire's leopard. These designer felines fetch $75,000 to $125,000 each, boasting the wild looks of a jungle predator. It's like having the savannah walk through your living room, brags one luxury breeder. Extremely rare. Marketed as an exotic hybrid, combining African serval, Asian leopard cat, and domestic breeds. But origins are controversial. Origin region. Mainly bred in the U.S., under tight secrecy. Highly restricted or banned in places where hybrid cats are controlled. They live 12 to 20 years, devouring premium raw diets and specialized kibble. Think $1,000 plus annually in food alone. Large, secure indoor spaces with cat trees towering like forest canopies. Confident, intelligent, but not for novices. They're affectionate yet demanding. Imagine a cat with the attitude of a spoiled celebrity. Very high. Enrichment is vital to prevent chaos. Same risks as other hybrids. Digestive sensitivities, stress behaviors. Rumored among wealthy Middle Eastern royals and tech moguls who want living art. Screams, I'm rich enough to own a leopard you can pet. Easily $2,000 to $5,000 per year. Critics argue hybrids confuse wild and domestic boundaries, creating welfare headaches. Marketed as the world's rarest and most expensive cat breed. And if you think that's the limit of feline luxury, wait until you meet the wild cat that stalks the night with desert flames in its eyes. Number 12. Saffron Finch, Rare Color Morphs. The golden note in a billionaire's aviary. Introducing the Saffron Finch, Rare Color Morphs, also nicknamed the Little Sunbeam. These brilliant birds can cost $1,000 to $10,000 each for rare, selectively bred colors. It's like owning a tiny piece of the sunset, says one passionate breeder. Rare. While standard saffron finches are common in South America, Brazil, Argentina, Paraguay, these exclusive color morphs come from specialist breeders with meticulous records. Generally legal, but export can be restricted to protect wild stocks. They live 5 to 10 years, feasting on premium seed mixes, greens, and live insects for protein. Spacious, well-planted aviaries or designer indoor cages. Think miniature rainforest palaces. Active, social, but territorial during breeding. Their song is a constant reminder of wild freedom. Moderate, clean environments, balanced diet, and mental stimulation are key. Obesity and respiratory infections if neglected. Discreet, but rumored among South American millionaires and European royalty with private bird rooms. Shows off a love of rare, living art. Owning one says, I can afford to make even the simplest creature a luxury. Around $200 to $500 per year. Concerns about overbreeding and stress from transport in global trade. Selective breeding can yield fiery orange, deep gold, and even pastel variations. Ready for something more primal? Wait until you see the snake with patterns worth a fortune. Number 13. Reticulated Python, Genetic Morphs. The living jewel of the serpent world. Introducing the reticulated python, Genetic Morphs, known as the designer serpent. These stunning creatures can fetch $5,000 to over $50,000 for rare, hand-bred patterns. It's like owning a Picasso that hisses, laughs one exotic reptile dealer. Rare. Wild types hail from Southeast Asia, Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, but morphs are bred in specialized facilities. Legal in many places but restricted or banned in some states or countries due to size and danger. They live 15 to 25 years, growing over 20 feet in some cases. Whole rabbits, pigs, large rats. Think $500 to $2,000 annually just for food. Massive, escape-proof enclosures with controlled heat and humidity. Basically a private tropical bunker. Calm if well handled, but strength is terrifying. Handling is not for the faint-hearted. Very high. One mistake can cost fingers, or worse. Mouth rot, respiratory infections, stress in poor setups. High-profile reptile breeders and collectors flaunt morphs on social media, dazzling fans with colors unseen in nature. Owning one screams, I'm rich enough to command living art that can wrap around a truck. Concerns over mass breeding, improper care, and abandoned giants. Some morphs have lavender, golden, or pure white patterns that look painted by hand. And if you think that's intense, wait until you see the desert cat with fire in its eyes. Number 14. Caracal, Exotic Wild Cat. The desert's flame-eyed hunter. Meet the caracal, famously called the desert lynx. With piercing eyes and those signature black-tipped ears, these cats can fetch $7,000 to $12,000 each. It's like adopting a flame that purrs, says one private owner with a smirk. Rare in private trade. Native to Africa, the Middle East, and parts of India, these cats are built for desert stealth. Heavily restricted or banned in many places. Ownership often needs exotic permits. They live 12 to 17 years, devouring premium raw meat diets. Think $1,000 to $2,000 annually in food alone. Large, reinforced outdoor enclosures with logs and climbing perches. Like a mini safari reserve. Fierce, intelligent, and highly athletic. While they can bond with handlers, they're never truly tame. Very high. They can leap over 10 feet and need expert management. Stress-related pacing, dental problems, joint issues in captivity. Seen in private Middle Eastern menageries and among ultra-rich collectors wanting the ultimate living status symbol. Owning one screams, I'm rich enough to house a desert predator. Around $2,000 to $5,000 per year. Critics warn that keeping them fuels illegal wildlife trade and often leads to poor welfare in captivity. Caracals can snatch birds from mid-air with a single, explosive leap. And if you think that's intense, wait till you meet the next pet that runs faster than any car you'll ever drive. Number 15. Cheetah, privately kept, licensed regions only. The living supercar of the animal world. Meet the cheetah, or as some call it, the desert bullet. For the ultra-wealthy, this isn't just a pet. It's the ultimate status symbol with price tags soaring $10,000 to $100,000 just to buy one, plus massive upkeep. It's like parking a Ferrari that breathes, jokes one Gulf prince. Extremely rare in private hands. Native to sub-Saharan Africa and parts of Iran. Highly restricted, only allowed in certain Gulf states with tight licensing. Banned almost everywhere else. They live 10 to 15 years, thriving on fresh meat, chickens, rabbits, whole prey, costing $5,000 plus annually. Expansive, escape-proof compounds that mimic savanna space, complete with shade, climbing structures, and safe running lanes. Wild, shy, but can be socialized with expert care. Always unpredictable. Extremely high. Specialized vets, handlers, and secure facilities are must-haves. Prone to stress, weak immune systems, and joint injuries. Wealthy sheiks in the UAE and Saudi Arabia often post them perched in luxury SUVs. Owning one screams, "I'm so wealthy I can house raw speed itself." $10,000 to $20,000 per year minimum. Heavy criticism for pulling endangered animals from conservation efforts to fuel personal prestige. Fastest land animal on Earth. Hitting 60 to 70 miles per hour in short bursts. And if you think that's wild, imagine what other secrets the ultra-rich hide behind closed gates. In the end, this isn't just a list of pricey pets. It's a glimpse into how wealth bends nature to serve as status. As fortunes grow, so does the hunger for rare, living trophies. But one thing remains. The line between love for animals and sheer vanity stays razor thin. Which of these would you dare own? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more eye-opening reveals.